Alright folks, so in this test we got the total transformation on the Tier 5 Alchemist and the Tier 5 Super Plasma Fan Club. So both are pretty similar abilities and that's why we're comparing them. They both basically turn nearby monkeys into, well, much stronger monkeys for a certain amount of time. And well, as for cost, total transformation is 43.5 it sells for, and the Plasma Monkey Fan Club is a little bit more expensive than that, so 48,000. Now here's also the catch, the total transformation only affects 5 nearby monkeys, so you only need to have 5 monkeys max around it in order to get the most out of it. But the thing with the Plasma Monkey Fan Club, it can affect up to 40 dart monkeys. So like the potential for the Plasma Fan Club is insanely high, and it's also going to end up being a lot more expensive if we do end up using the max amount of fan clubs. But we'll take that into consideration, so now let's start. So let's start with a single target DPS. Let's try one blank balloon and we'll activate the ability. So as for the monkeys that the total transformation affects, just letting you know that it actually doesn't matter what kind of monkey you have. So like, whether it be a dart monkey, a super monkey, like a laser monkey, the total transformation can affect both of them, but it does not affect the DPS. So you see right here, each of the dart monkeys get around 1400, 1500, main one a little bit lower. And you'll see there's really no difference if we replace it with super monkeys. So 5 of them over here again, let's go. And we'll take a look at this guy's pops, and you see it's pretty much the same thing. We activate it a little later, so we'll have a little less, but yeah. The cost of the monkeys that it gets affected by has no effect, but you can't say the same for the Plasma Fan Club. So we'll do the same test here, one more blank balloon, let's go. Activate the Fan Club right now. So as for duration, the Fan Club is actually a little bit shorter in duration. It also has a longer cooldown, so let's keep that in mind. You see that the cooldown of the Fan Club already expired before it exited. So yeah, as for pops, pretty damn low, only 100 to 200 on like a lot of these guys, but that's only because of the range. You don't get a lot of range when you activate it, that's why you gotta upgrade the range on these dart monkeys themselves. And you'll also see once you upgrade them, it's gonna do a lot more damage to single target balloons. So they're all triple darts now, and let's go again. We'll activate it a little later this time, or yeah. And you see this dart monkey had like 200 before, and now it's like almost 700. So yes, the higher you upgrade your dart monkey, the more potential pops it can get, or at least the stronger the dart monkey, the more damage you'll get out of it. So we only have 10 of them, so that's only really a quarter of their total potential. Although if you do take into account their cost, it sells for about 1k. We're gonna have to do a little bit of math here actually, if you want to see at what point does the Plasma Fan Club overtake the total transformation. So I just ran the triple dart monkey through another test, and this one over here has 400 by the end of it. So if you just assume that every other dart monkey we place also gets 400 damage, which obviously is not true. I mean, the more dart monkeys you place, the less valuable real estate there is. So each dart monkey you get, like the 20th, the 30th, is probably not going to get as much as 400. So it's kind of hard to accurately say here, but it looks like at around 20 dart monkeys is when it only breaks even with the Alchemist. So yeah, and considering the cost of 20 dart monkeys is a lot more than a total transformation plus 5000s, gotta say that the total transformation is probably a little more efficient in this regard. So we see single target DPS, let's try some group DPS, so like the max amount of pops we can possibly get. So again, we'll go with another blank balloon, bunch of them, and we'll activate. And how much damage are each of these mini guys gonna do? It looks like the main Alchemist is a lot weaker than the other ones, see here? 14,000 versus 4,000, wow. And these ones got 15,000 too. So I guess on average, we can just say 14k for each of the side monkeys. So in total, about 75,000 damage, not too bad. Alright, and let's run the same test with 10 dart monkeys, 10 trip darts, and a fan club. Let's go. So I assume this is going to time out before, well, the plasma gets the entire range through. So yeah, right here. It's going to take a little bit of overall DPS away, but let's see. Main dart monkey has about 3,500. And the other dart monkeys are a little bit lower, so it looks like the plain monkey, or the main monkey, is a little bit stronger than its counterparts. So we just take a quick scan around here. It looks like the average on the damage, about 2,000. These ones didn't get the full potential, so yeah. So based on my calculations, it kind of looks like that to break even with the Alchemist, you need about 30, 35, 36 triple dart monkeys. Alright, so you're probably begging I try an actual bloom this time, so we will. Let's try 10 Clump Zoom Gs all together. And we'll see how far it gets these transforming monkeys. Let's go. Cookie monsters for the win. Let's see. Well, keep in mind the unstable cock is also helping a little bit too with the main Alchemist, but let's see. I doubt it makes too much of a difference. Only one cock explosion. So right now it's kind of getting overwhelmed. Okay, time's out. A lot of them is going to exit, so no. 10 Zoom Gs is a little bit too much. Let's try 5 then. Maybe that's a little bit more lenient. Alright, so here we go again. We're gonna wait a little bit and then we're gonna activate it just so they all get in a range. And let's see, yeah. You see this time the Pierce is going through, so it looks like 10 Zoom Gs is a little bit too much in terms of Pierce here. But 5 Zoom Gs, just right, just right. So I know it's not the max, but we're gonna keep adding Dart Monkeys until we get it so that the Plasma Fan Club can actually take down all 5 Zoom Gs. So let me just set it up right now. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say that these 10 Plasmas can't take down 5 Zoom Gs. So yeah, we're just gonna keep adding to it until, well, we can't add no more. So let's see here. It's gonna pop the Zoom Gs into BFBs, okay. Now how about the balloons here? It's actually doing a lot better than I thought, okay. But no, it times out, oh no, okay. So I feel like if the uptime was long enough, then yes, it probably would have NLL'd. But that's just an assumption. And again, we do have to keep into account uptime as part of the test, so yeah. That's an unsuccessful attempt, so we're gonna try with more trip darts. Let's try 15. So wait till all the darts are in range, or pretty much close to in range, and yep, there we go. All of them are in range and firing, and doing tons of damage. And is that enough to take down all of them before it times out? It's really close. Come on. Oh no. 15 ain't enough. It turns all the Moabs into balloons, but the balloons are still gonna run by, so we need a little bit more. Let me just try with 18 first. 20 might be a little overkill, so let her rip right about intersection. We'll wait now. And how we doing? Alright, I think this is it, guys. This is it. Almost there, and there we go, yep. So it takes 18 Trip Dart Monkeys, plus a Plasma Fan Club to take down those 5 Zoom Gs. Alright, and one more thing to test. If you're wondering maybe range is not better than getting maybe a 230, aka more Pierce, well then let me show you how that does. So you got some really tiny ass ranges on these Dart Monkeys. We're just gonna start off with 15, just to see if this is enough versus 15 that failed when getting range. See, the range is just as tiny. It doesn't actually increase by a whole lot. In fact, almost not at all. And I guess I was wrong. Okay, never mind, never mind. Well, maybe the range isn't necessary after all, right? So I guess the total price of these guys is a little less than 65k. But still, overall, if you compare it to like the Alchemist 43k, it's still a substantial amount more expensive than just getting the Alchemist set up. So I guess we gotta redo the first test then, since range is not better than 230, so we'll try that then. Blank Bloon, let's go. If I recall, each of these guys had about 400 damage, or I said that the average was 400, and well, it looks like range does matter here, because it's only 300, it's actually worse. So we're just gonna try with 50 of them again, activate again, and see how much damage they have, minus 300 of course. Alright, so the balloons have passed, and this time they have more than 2,000, which was how much the 032s got last time. So it looks like on average, each of these Dart Monkeys have about 3,000. And if we take away 300 from the first test, it's about 2,700 on average, okay? So based on my calculations, it looks like we'll need about 26 of these Dart Monkeys to break even. But of course, again, you gotta keep in mind that the more Dart Monkeys you place, the worse places you're gonna get them in. And that ends up being, well, a lot less damage for the other Dart Monkeys you place after. Alright, next test, DDTs. We're gonna send 15 of them out, spaced about 5 apart, so let's go. Activate now, and see how they're gonna do. Wow, not even. DDTs don't even stand a chance, Jesus. Okay, I guess we gotta up the ante a little bit. Let's try Fortifieds then. Okay, so it looks like they've fallen behind a little bit this time, but still, very solid, very cool, very strong. So I guess we'll just up the round, up the health. So we're gonna try a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, around 100 DTs. Let's go. You see, this time they're gonna start falling behind a lot faster. Starting to pass through the second intersection, and turn the loop, the second loop. But even then, I think they got a nice straightaway here to take down all of them. Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep going up by 20 rounds each time. And let it rip. And activate. Yeah, they're getting faster and faster, man. There's no way it's gonna keep up, right? There's no way, yeah. So it looks like they failed now that the DTs are insanely fast. Way too fast for the little Dart Monkeys or the little Cookie Monsters to keep up. But overall, pretty damn solid DT pop power. Okay, so now I got 15 Dart Monkeys again, all with the correct cross-pathing, 230. And yeah, we'll run it back again with 15 Fortified, so let's go. They're all in our mib, of course. And looks like they can deal with it pretty damn nicely, just like the total transformation, okay. So up the ante again, around 100. So do they fall behind? A little bit, but I think they're going to be able to, yeah. Now that the Plasma is all shooting in the middle here, they're gonna get all DTs, a lot of damage going through. And yeah, nicely done, no signs of struggling, so I think 120. I have a feeling 15 of these guys will beat it. They're super fast, so I don't know. They might actually fall behind here. And it kind of looks like, yeah, they're chasing. Alright, so 120 is going to fail just like the total transformation, but it looked like this one did a little better. So one thing we haven't tried yet is maxing out Dart Monkeys, which is probably what you want to do when you're spamming, or when you got the Plasma Fan Club, right? You want to get the max amount of Dart Monkeys possible, so we're talking like 40. But first, let me just see if 20 is enough to beat 120 here. Fitting. Because who knows, maybe an extra couple of Plasmas will make a difference here. You never know. So once they get past this intersection, that's when they generally fall behind, but it looks like no. They're actually keeping up quite well, and in fact, they are going to take down 120, okay. So that, guys, is 25 Dart Monkeys, and we'll send out 130. 130 versus 25, let's go. Fast forwarded. Kinda getting far, but at the same time, no, not really. So 140, I assume we're gonna die here, but let me just see for certain here. DDTs are a little fast, so yeah. Once they get past the intersection there, looks like, yeah, they start falling behind. And there's no point of return. So if we're gonna add another 10 rounds to it, I guess we're just gonna keep adding 5 more Dart Monkeys each round, each 10 rounds. So now we got 30, and I assume 30 is gonna be enough this time, so let it rip. So each time they're getting further and further spaced apart, which is not good, and in fact, I think that's what's hurting us. The fact that the Plasmas, they're all getting wasted because they're all far apart. Alright, nearing the max here, let's go again, and play. And let's see if they fall behind here, or are they still too fast? No, looks like it's better, okay. Looks like this time they can keep up, okay, so 35 will do it. I'm gonna go up to 150, which I assume we're not gonna beat, so we're just gonna max out right now. We're gonna go all in. All 40 of these Trip Darts. Grand total, a lot of damn cash. Like, we're talking like 6 figures at this point, guys. And how about this time? And they're kind of falling behind, I doubt it, no. We're gonna leak, yeah. Too fast. We might need to try a little bit grouped together, because yeah, the spacing is killing us right now. So I reduced the spacing to 3 now. And how about this time? Feel like that's a lot more manageable, but we're still falling behind. They might be a little too fast for us. Yeah, a little too fast, 150, okay. Let's tone it back to ZMGs now. And when I say tone it back, I mean, let's try 15 fortified ZMGs. Of course, if I activate it now, then these guys at the bottom will get a chance. We're gonna activate it probably after the intersection. So I'm thinking now, okay. You see, not all of them are attacking, but it's close enough to all of them. We got about 30 of them, 35. Just missing a few down here, and now all of them are active, except for the few on the left side. Looks like it's gonna time up before all of them get taken down, okay. So it looks like 15 is too much. Maybe 10 is more manageable. Seems like even with 230, looks like the Dart Monkeys still get overwhelmed by the amount of balloons. The sheer amount of balloons on the screen. So if we dial back a little bit, we're so close. But we're just gonna barely miss out on the last UMG there. Damn. So I guess 9 will do it. -1. Yeah, you see all of them are down to BFEs this time, and now Moabs, and now nothing. Alright, so it looks like the 1 extra was all that was needed to allow us to NLL with 40 Dart Monkeys. So again, the total cost of the setup is about 100,000 if we're talking about all the Dart Monkeys, and the Plasma itself, which is about half of what the transformation is. So just for one final test here, we're going to test out the same setup that 40 Dart Monkeys beats, aka 9 fortified ZMGs altogether. So obviously it's not going to beat it, as you can probably guess. I mean, 40 versus 5, which wins? I assume the answer is pretty clear, but it's actually pretty damn close, or a lot closer than you think. I mean, all the ZMGs are popped down to Moabs, BFBs. However, the timeout is the issue, okay. Looks like the main monkey lasts a little longer, but yeah, not quite long enough. Conclusion? It's honestly situational, I have to say. Like, if we're talking overall potential, then obviously, Plasma Fan Club is gonna win out with 40. But you gotta keep into account the setup is a lot more expensive. So I guess if you have like a 6-digit income to spare, then yes, go for the fan club. But if money's a little tight, then definitely the transformation, because the supporting cast is pretty damn low in cost. But here's one last idea, which I assume a lot of you already know about, and was probably waiting for this the entire video. Like, instead of one or the other, why not both? Because there is a glitch, or not a glitch, but rather like a really strong interaction that was intended. Because if you have enough money for a Plasma Fan Club and 40 Dart Monkeys, I assume you probably have enough for, instead, a transformation and just a few 000 darts around it. Because watch what happens. We're going to send 15 of these UMGs out, which obviously 40 couldn't defend. Neither could just a transformation. But if we had both, if we activate Fan Club first, like this, and then we activate the transformation, Just watch as Complete Destruction kicks in. Yeah, so exponentially stronger than each ability separated.